Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here with another Rome 2 Siege battle for you today, and this is a glorious 3v3 here as we have two Arverni sides fighting against each other, and alongside both of them are some pretty unusual allies. So yes, we have an Arverni and a Arverni on attack and on defense here today. I mean, we do have Athens here, which is not an unusual faction to see on defense or on attack in Rome 2 Sieges. They're quite usual, but Parthia, that is a strange one, I'm going to say. I mean, they haven't got great infantry. The best of these ones here we've got are these Parthian swordsmen. But yeah, I'm excited to see how Parthia does in this one. They've got cataphracts. Here they have 2 units, in fact. And they have Indian war elephants back here as well. And I am excited to see these guys in action. I have been told there are some pretty big kills in this one. And I'm hoping these boys will be leading the way with these massive kills. I've also been told there's a pretty cool last stand by one of the sides. So I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how that one goes down. We're already seeing artillery focused down on this Levy Freeman. Pretty cheap target to take out, but they have been burning this archer tower to the ground. So I think that's a good little strategy they got going on there, actually, for like a cheap unit like this, burning towers down. These towers can probably help in like the fences and choke points, so it's quite handy to do, to be fair, just take them out. And we do already have, not really a clash, but we do have Celtic warriors here already javying like the Celtic warriors that are landing, so that's always a good start there. But yeah, I can let you know, by the way, that I have done this recording 3 times for this one. Once, I think I just forgot to record it. I just started chatting away and doing it, and then the next time it corrupted, the video did, so that was a pain. So this is 3rd time lucky doing this replay. So yes, please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show support, as I've tried so hard to get you guys this battle, and hopefully this time we have got it. But we do have Celtic warriors facing off against Celtic warriors, so I will let you put your money on who you think is going to win. Mine's on the Celtic warriors to win. But yeah, I mean, the defending ones are in fact winning that one quite easily. They got nice javi volleys off, and that's a nice early little victory there. It's going to be hopefully for the defenders, who have got the balance of power in their favor at the moment. But I think that is only because of all those elephants. Like, they are probably putting it in favor of the defenders. But yeah, the other strange faction that's here in this battle, in my opinion, is Sparta. Sparta is a pretty good siege faction, but just not on attack. We've got periodical spears setting up here. But yeah, this Spartan player has spammed out Royal Spartans. He has got like a full army by that periodically and some archers. All of his infantry is Royal Spartans. And Sparta's an unusual faction on attack because they have no swords. It's one of their weaknesses. They have really good spears and pikes, which he had brought none of. He brought no Spartan pikes. And he brought no Heroes of Sparta, which I thought he might bring as well. Didn't bring any of those like really cool units. So just, yeah, Royal Spartans is all that was brought. We are actually seeing Hillman as well. Whether they're going to rush forward and try and take these Royal Spartans on. That's a brave move by them, that's for sure. Yeah, the Spartans here setting up, getting ready. But yeah, it's it'd be interesting to see how they do in that one. Okay, so we are back. Unfortunately, the replay did crash, which is never a good sign, but we're trying to do this for the 3rd time lucky. So technically, is this 4th time lucky? I don't know. I guess 3rd and 4th merged together. But we do have cavalry here from Parthia that has made a massive mistake here charging forward towards Royal Spartans as well. I mean, this is a heavy cataphract unit. Didn't get a great charge, or really a charge at all. And it just charges one of the best spear units in the game, the Royal Spartans. So yeah, they're getting jabbed now as well by periodical spears. So yeah, Sparta getting a pretty nasty blow, doing a nasty blow there to those Parthians. Killing like 10 of them already. Jeez, that was a bad start there for Parthia. We do have a bit more of a fight now taking place over here. Celtic warriors duking it out here with Galatians. We have more Celts fighting Celts. We have Turkish Celts fighting, well, Frankish Celts. We do have some more heavier stuff coming forward as well here. Chosen swords, like they're going to be taking on some thorax swords as Egypt clashes here. So yes, we have Sparta, we have Egypt, and we have Arverni on the attack, and on the defense we have Arverni, we have Parthia, and Athens. And like I said, this is a very close one, so it's definitely worth sticking around getting yourselves some snacks, getting yourselves some drinks, and preparing for a blood fest in this one. They're already routing troops here for the defenders, Celtic Warriors. I mean, they did their duty earlier, but yeah, they've now been beaten back. The Thorax swords here losing as a really early start there. These Thorax, I mean, them like heavier infantry than the Chosen Swords, but they're like half the price. They're just the quality's not there. They can get some good volleys into the flank of this unit though here, Khadija. They're getting some Cretan archers. They're going to fire straight over the top and into the side of these Chosen Swords. Hitting them pretty damn hard, to be fair, actually. Now, yeah, they're now to combat even. That might go down even further. We'll see. More Chosen Swords in here, along with Celtic Warriors. It seems like they're beating back the Galatians nicely. A bit of a sally out has gone over here as well. Alverni is sallying out heavy horse. So we need to be aware of this. Keep an eye on these guys. Heavy horse here. Are there any cataphracts or anything joining the fight? I don't know. Can't see any. Yeah, the cataphracts unmoved yet, and so are the elephants. I don't think the elephants will be moving anytime soon, because everyone's got plenty of ammo. But yeah, I mean, Party has also brought a lot of like mercenary hoplites, which is not a bad idea. But yeah, it's just an interesting faction to bring. Maybe it's a sneaky way to try and bring like elephants, and maybe think the player, like the defending, not the defending, the attacking players won't realize. Maybe that is the case. The Egyptians here, they're being killed off pretty effectively actually by these Celts. I mean, both sides actually are losing though. That's kind of how war works though. No one comes out a winner. Galatians though here, yeah, doing a pretty poor job. There's another one on the way, ready to try and deal with these Chosen Swords. And already Oathsworn are being landed here. Yikes, that is a bad sign for Alverni. Unless he's got plenty of them. A bit like Sparta has endless amounts of Royal Spartans. His Royal Spartans, by the way, are actually attacking the Thorax hoplites here. So Athens and Sparta are taking on each other in a brilliant sort of like Peloponnesian War sort of style battle. Athens has also got some really good flanking shots coming in from his Creans over here, so he's actually obliterating some of these Royal Spartans. One's already down to 46 men, and yeah, so there, and you can see more volleys coming in. They're just going to hit these Spartans in the back. And that's just going to help them win these fights. And that's huge. Like, I mean, in Rome 2, like, supporting archer fire is just like what can make and break a melee fight. It really can. And look at that. Like, the blood spattering off these Spartans as they get hit in the back. It's just a really, really good, like, formation they got set up there. Have Athens. Over on this side over here, Sparta as well trying to break through. So his Royal Spartans. He's trying to break through Hillman and another Thorax hoplite. And again, archers come firing in, trying to support. And they are still getting pretty bad, actually. Those Spartans losing decisively there. So that's, yeah, Sparta not having a great start. Maybe it's a good thing he didn't bring those pikemen, because I guess they would have got focused down. Chosen Swords over here have won, but they're now going to have to take on their older brother, the Oathsworn. And yeah, this is going to be a brutal fight here for them. Oathsworn going into action against the Chosen Swords. Pretty difficult to tell who's who. I guess maybe the Oathsworn are easy to tell because they have their wild sort of like bird, things on their helmets. Yeah, the bird, flying bird on their hat. But yes, more Arverni fighting Arverni. What a sad sight for all Celts and Gauls in the Gallic world. It can't be a good sight to see. Thorax Swords losing here against Chosen again. It's just a similar story to what we saw earlier. Hopefully they didn't bring too many of these Thorax, because I mean they're just getting butchered. I mean, having no real success against, certainly not against the mid-tier stuff of like the defenders. And they're pretty vulnerable, I think, to archers. Like they really are like the most unpredictable unit. They either have like an absolute amazing game, or they just are terrible. So if it's like more like if it's a game where the price is like the budget is much higher, I think Thorax do awful. But when it's much lower, Thorax are like Seems like the heaviest stuff there, the scariest stuff there, and they are a real menace then. But yeah, they're not today being a bit of a menace. Chosen Swords are losing here. They've been defeated by those Oathsworn. And we actually do have the Parthian Hoplites here pushing forward. I don't know if this is a mistake or what, but oh my gosh, they took a brutal volley there with those Parthian Hoplites. RIP to them. They've lost like 50 men already, and they're barely even in the fight. Well, this unit's finished, and it's got to take on Oathsworn. Yeah, it's getting jabbed to pieces. Absolutely brutal. Well, this is like why Parthia should not be bringing infantry to an infantry fight, because its infantry's not that great. And it's just getting messed up here. Yeah, that unit is probably going to die pretty quickly. There are actually more Chosen Swords on the way forward, along with Hillman. So they are bringing more troops forward. But yeah, that's a rough start there as well for Parthia. And I mean, the defenders seeing a little, like losing a few units really quickly there. And that's all from javelins. They did a really good job there. Did the attacks with their javies. Sparta, on the other hand, over here, having no javelins, is having a bit of a more rough time. But I mean, his heavy infantry, they are pretty damn good. And they should hopefully help break through. Eventually. I mean, all he's going to do is just pray that, like, Athens runs out of ammo. Which he should. But he's losing another, like, Royal Spartan there. He's retreated from this fight as well. He's not interested in fighting over there anymore. The Gallic camp, by the way, not done anything. It's just now stood back here. It was hidden, obviously, when it was over there. But now it's just kind of revealed itself. Seems like they've lost the element of surprise. And Egypt and, well, it's certainly Sparta. Sparta's in a box formation over here. But Egypt and Arverni also are pretty aware. They've got a lot of troops in reserve, just like keeping an eye on them. Got Chosen Swords, got Galatian Royal Guard. Chosen Swords have not even been sent in yet, but yet they sent in the Oathsworn. It's an interesting decision. I'm not gonna lie, send in the Oathsworn first, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. Maybe they just wanted to get an immediate breakthrough. I don't know. Parthians still struggling on though, as they try and take on these Oathsworn. Oh jeez, look at that poor Oathsworn there. Just got about 5 or 6 arrows to the chest. Not arrows, they're javies. I'm guessing they're getting javied by Chosen Swords here. There's a nice little angle they got going on. Throwing their javies over the top and just hitting them. And then we've got Oathsworn going in against Hillman. Well, this is going to be a very quick affair. Hillman will not be stopping a charge from the Oathsworn. More Oathsworn as well set up, ready to go. Whether they should send some Oathsworn around this flank, I don't know, because I mean Sparta's really suffering by having no swords. So I wonder whether they should send troops that way, and then Sparta could trade and give them some troops, like some hoplite sort of units. Not that I feel like they're like of great use anywhere, but like just as like a fair trade, so that not one side's weaker than the other. Like Egypt could send some Galatian Royal Guard, or they could send some Oathsworn, just to try and break through. Well, maybe this is where they're thinking is the weakest spot. I mean, these thorax over here have just helped with the Oathsworn and just kill all them. I really thought from these Athenian thorax, I was like, why aren't they fighting each other? But then realized that they're not. That's the problem of Egypt and Athens on this battlefield at the same time. They look identical. Sparta over on this side looks like he's been pushed back. It looks like he's started further back than he is. But that possibly works in his favor, because he's now not got that nasty angle from the arrows against him. Well, I say that, there's still arrows flying and killing Spartans, but not as many as it used to be. Like, yeah, it definitely looks like, let's just zoom back in, it looks like he's been pushed back, but where he's been fighting, you can see all the bodies are. Yeah, they're like 10 yards back from that position. same sort of story there. I mean, they're just kind of Royal Spartans just standing up. I mean, they lost like double, well not double, more than that, like 10 times. Well, the Thorax hoplites lost maybe 20 times, in fact. Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough start there for Sparta. But you can say the same for Parthia. I think Parthia did a pretty rough wake-up call here. Trojan swords running for their lives. In fact, we're going to see a Parthian sword. Looks like it's going to take the front lines here. They're going to jabby in, try and slow down these Oathsworn. So Parthia's going to have another go with his old infantry fight and see how they do. And they're not doing well is the answer. They're already losing slightly. And they might have better luck against the Thorax, I don't know. We will see. We do have Eastern Cataphracts selling out. They are literally selling out into Thorax swords though. So yeah, this is not so good. But we are seeing another Cataphract unit come out from over here. This one is active. So whether they're going to try and do something here, like coordinate with the heavy horse, try and go for a general, I don't know. Do not know. I mean, there's the Ptolemaic Cav here. That's the general unit. He's not exactly being weakened at all, so they need to hit him if they're going to try and like weaken him for a cavalry charge. Because cavalry charges aren't like insane like they are in like say Attila. A bit more weaker, but they're perfectly fine taking out archers like this, and especially heavy old cataphracts. You have the cataphracts and just kind of get it. Oh, they're actually lost a lot already. They're already down to half strength. They're going to go in against the Ptolemaic Cav there. Heavy horse getting stuck, or like stuck in combat. He's not being microed very well here. Definitely do getting a bit of a rear charge. But yeah, this is going to be Egypt's general's first challenge. He's taking it on quite easily. Here comes the Gallic Cav now into the back lines. I don't think both are in there actually. In fact, okay, that general managed to bait all 3 cavalry units in and is winning decisively. What a legend! It's a shame they couldn't get any archers like to the walls and shoot this general because that would really help. They've been pushed back a little bit too much. Have the defenders even try that? And I wouldn't call that a general snipe because like the general's got himself fully engaged in combat. He's at his own risk, his own peril. Sparta and Arverni on this side patiently waiting, along with Egypt actually. Doesn't look like Sparta's looking like he's going to be making any more moves on that side, but we'll see. Over here, seems like this is where the only sort of like infantry fight is taking place. There's a cavalry charge here, or where's the charge where they try to pull back? Saw the chaos that went on outside and just went, nah, I haven't none of that. Again, the confusion begins. I mean, I think on the right you've got the defenders, and then on the left you have the attackers. The attackers are retreating. At least they look like it. This is a straight... Oh, I was going to say, this looks like a strange looking person, but it's actually the butt of a horse. I was very confused. It's like, saw the armor and was like, what the heck has happened here? Thought it was for a moment was like CA's attempt at saying we're not alone in this universe. Yeah, the fighting goes on here. I mean, the Chosen Swords are losing, but so are the Oathsworn. So, I mean, that's not bad. Oathsworn now down below 100. We now have got some other nasties coming. Thorax here, but not nasty. This Galatian Royal Guard, on the other hand, that is very much a nasty. And that is battering down the gate. Whether the gate has oil, I don't know. It looks like they might recapture this will the defenders. So we'll find out whether they have oil or not very soon. These Royal Spartans have seen a lot of action. They are bloodied. And there's another fight over here again for the same choke point. Sparta yet to really make a move or like make it a yard over here. Love when they say stuff like that. It's like, sir, it's starting to get bloody dangerous. What do you expect? You're in war. Of course it's dangerous. Classic red and blue matchup as well, so they're looking very cool. Yeah, they look like they're getting reserves up here now. I mean, more Royal Spartans, Periodico Spears. Just Spears, though. It's not going to break through anytime soon. Oswald now starting to win over on this side. Whether that's going to do with a few reinforcements arriving, I'm not sure. Again, the O-Sworn retreat. And we're seeing other units come in, so they're cycling their O-Sworn units. That's what it seems. Cycle charging the infantry units, which is not a bad idea. I mean, O-Sworn got a pretty good charge bonus, but yeah, I'm not sure. Got the Chosen Swords here losing. And there you go, they're about to all just chain out there, so they desperately need to get this Chosen Sword to the front line. They got some archers as well, getting hurled into combat. Well, O-Sworn here for the defenders. They're fighting off against Galatian Royal Guard, who were losing. So interested to know who is the better of the two. I do quite like the Galatian Royal Guard. Maybe this is because I just like an underdog. Which I'm sure is going to affect some people that watch. Like, Galatian Royal Guard and underdog? It's not. Not at all. I feel like it is a little bit. So you don't see it being brought as often as, say, like O-Sworn or, I don't know, Praetorians, or like any of the really elite infantry. So, I don't know. I think it is a little bit, maybe. Got the Athenians here waiting for the next line, the next wave of Spartans. They may not be professional soldiers like the Spartans, but they've got a bit of a profession now of killing the Spartans. There's a random path unit as well as just waiting here. Like, that could get flanked by the Egyptians and just charge head on. It seems a bit of a bizarre position for it. Back into the grinder down here that is the Arverni Civil War. And also, I guess, well, there's just the Celtic Civil War, because the Galatians are in here. These Galatian Royal Guards right down at the bottom here in the blue. Javi's just flying overhead. It does look awesome. It looks very chaotic. Men retreating again. Arverni on the attack, trying to do these cycle charges, trying to, I don't know, get the best out of his charges. Oh, these cataphracts breaking. Oh, they've been focused down. They've been just left it to die. That's sad to see. Very elite cav unit again lost. Partly, I don't know if he spent all his money on like cav and elephants, but certainly his cav has not done very well. If you had forgotten about the elephants, they're back here still. And a lot of weight has just been put on them because the cataphracts did nothing. Infantry, yeah, there's party unit swords. Don't seem like they're stopping much at the moment. I've yet to see them really like kill anything, or yeah, well, just anything really. Maybe Javis will do okay, but yeah, I don't know. And there are pikes over here. The only pikes brought in this game today were by Egypt. Brought some thorax pikes, which in this gate currently just waving their pikes around, being a bit annoying. And then the other pike unit is over here by Egypt, and it is a Hellenic Royal Guard. So they brought some very expensive infantry. I am excited to see how they're going to use it. Like, these guys, Helena Royal Guard are very nasty. They should do pretty well. And, I mean, I know Sparta could have brought pikes. Probably should have. Athens is the only faction on the defense that could have, and didn't. So that pike advantage might just come in handy for those defenders. Oh, those attacks, sorry, against the defenders. So let's say the defenders are winning this one at the moment. Just because balance power is even. That's always a good sign. They still hold the settlement. That's the other major thing. Well, I like going back to this fight over here. It's just really vicious as a large one as well. More infantry coming in. It's just turning into a bit of a vacuum for reserves, this area. It's just sucking in more and more of the Arverni reserves. I mean, they've not got much left, though. They've got a general left, and then that's it. Have the defenders, anyway. It's going to require some reinforcements from allies, because there's still a couple of Oathsworn units alive. And these pikes, I don't know how many kills they've got. 66, I think that was. So not like an insane amount, but a decent amount. It's a chosen sword unit over here that's now just made itself free, so that's quite good. Oathsworn here, don't know, one of them is losing. I'm not quite sure which. Galatian Royal Guard seem to be losing. They seem to be just not as effective as, say, Oathsworn. Maybe why they're seen as a bit of an underdog. Certainly why I'm seen as an underdog. It's a shame, because I quite like them. They can get like 300-400 kills easy, though. Like, if you use well Galatian Royal Guard. Maybe not against other Oathsworn, like heavy units. But yeah, they're good. They should get lots of kills. Egypt should get a decent way with them. Whether he could have brought Royal Peltasts instead of his thorax. That might have been an idea. They're quite expensive in themselves. Another assault being made over here by Sparta and Arverni. So Arverni now throwing in troops over here as well, which has certainly helped with the Arverni civil war. Seeing less and less troops being sent that way as they open up more fronts. But Parthia here trying to hold back Sparta. Seem like they're doing okay here, not getting like swamped. I still don't see them winning. Chosen swords are definitely better than Parthian swords, and the hoplites probably on their own before we break through. They're not bad, they're just not as effective as swords. That's all. And Sparta here now fights alone. Actually, these are small units. They might actually get killed off. Thought that was just one unit together, but no. It's two separate little ones. They might get killed off. And they're getting shot at by Parthian foot archers with fire arrows. Not quite sure why, but there you go. It's not like they're like low on morale. Heroicoi spears, just waiting so these Royal Spartans still getting shot on the flank. Yeah, still plenty of Spartans on their way. And the fight continues, and still yet to be any movement from that elephant. Big retreat here by the attackers. I mean, I've just seen what I think it was a Galatian Royal Guard broke there. I mean, not everything broke, but a lot of pulled back. Maybe it was an idea to bait out these units. Maybe they're trying to bait them out of this choke point. You can just look down there, you can see all the dead. It's mounted up. This is going to be a big old pile of bodies down there at the end. Those Oathsworn here fighting each other again. Well, actually, sorry, Oathsworn taking on looks like Chosen Swords. It's hard to tell, you know. Chosen Swords and Oathsworn do look very similar. Just one has a bit more of a headdress. I don't like it when two factions at the same fight each other. Just because, not for like immersion or something. Like, Civil War's fine, I can believe that. It's just like hard to tell who's who. Yeah, it looks like these O-Spawn here are getting beaten back. I mean, they're winded, fresh. Yeah, it's kind of surprising. I guess it's just lower numbers. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be the attackers or do you think it's going to be the defenders? Do let me know in the comments. I'll be interested to see what you think. Pikes have moved forward. Hellenic Royal Guard are now in here. These guys might turn the fight in favor of the attackers now. Because they've got no response to this, have the defenders. They just have to either shoot them with arrows or outflank them or hope they do things like this and retreat, which I'm sure that's helping. And they can just retreat themselves and try and flank them. The general here, he's 116 men left. Not bad. There's a general in here now. There's Egypt's general in here. I think he maybe misclicked. I don't know. He lost a few bodyguard though for no reason. Just charging up this slope up the gatehouse. That's a bit of a risk. I'm not gonna lie. Like if he does lose his general, I mean Egyptian morale is gone. I mean, it's kind of the same for any of the players playing this one. But yes, this was sent in by a member of my Discord. So if you want to get involved and send your own Rome 2 replays in to be featured on the channel, feel free to join the Discord. The link's down below in the description. We recently hit 1,000 members, which is amazing. So yeah, if you want to, in the link in the description, there is my Discord server. You can go and join, get involved in some battles, get involved in some streams, or just send your own replays. So just come along and chat with some fellow Total War and History fans. You're all more than welcome. And it'd be great to have you there. Build that little community up even bigger and better. Chosen Swords, they're losing. After that, after they break through this Thoros Spear, they've got Thorax Hoplites and some Thorax Swords. Still not really that much to worry about. Royal Spartans here, they're making a push again against these Thorax. I mean, they're winning. I mean, the Hillmen are losing, but no one cares about Hillmen. Hillmen lives don't matter. Sparta seems like he's making a decent bit of progress here. I mean, well, not like this in this push. He is apparently. Oh, I don't know. Actually, he looks like he's retreating again. Wow. After all that, I just curse the commentator. I'm still waiting for. This is not looking good. Parthians now over here with infantry supporting, which is good to see. But yeah, not looking great. We're also seeing looks like more fighting over here. Looks like Egypt is losing in the fight between the two light blue factions, Athens and Egypt. Both fighting with thorax swords as well. And Egypt has come out worse in this one. Galatian Royal Guard as well going in. I think Archer's support is really helping in that fight there, but I'm not entirely sure. It might have been just a weak thorax. So yeah, we've got a general here that's losing against another O-Swarm, which has a lot more, like double this unit size. And you can see that the Egyptian general is sneaking in the back lines, the Ptolemaic cav. And we're seeing the general here flee for Arvoni. He's trying to just leave, which is a smart idea. The O-Swarm here going to get chopped down by the Parthian swords. They're not careful, and we can still see that Ptolemaic cav general. He's actually managed to sneak in. He got through the gate and then inside here. I don't know why he decided this is a good idea. It's not like this cav is needed outside and it's not really needed inside. There's not really much for it to do here. There are in a lot of grindy choke points are the attackers. So yeah, there's just no room for cav. Thorax swords dying, and so the Galatian Royal Guard fair steady losing current combat though. Not a good sign. I'm wondering whether all these javies and stuff that Athens can bring is just really helping to win the fight. Javies and arrows. Oh, a deadly little combo there. Again, Sparta's still making no progress here. Oh boy, look what I'm seeing coming up though. This is either a good sign or a bad sign for the attackers. The attackers could probably like, well, we can finally kill this elephant off. Or it's like, oh no, elephant's on the way and we have no ammo. Let's just run for our lives, which they haven't done either yet. So maybe they're just waiting for him to get into range. Looks like the Indian War Elephant's just going to wait there a moment, but looks like they're going to be needed in this fight here sooner rather than later. These Oathsworn aren't the last, and I can see at least one more. And I don't think these defenders can take on one more Oathsworn. Like, the Oathsworn's killing like 20, 30 men, even though it's losing this fight. Men they can't afford to lose. In they go, another Oathsworn unit goes into combat. They're winning this one though. I mean, and this general's about to die, which, I mean, he's on 9 men. Surely he's like, yeah, he breaks there. I mean, imagine Arverni will go soon, but Arverni's got nothing left anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's down to Parthia to hold this line, which I never thought I'd say in a siege battle, but yeah. There you go. And Parthia, I don't think is going to win it, which is what I'm most concerned about. Got a general in here. Egypt's general. He's in combat with the Athenian thorax by the looks of it. And he's getting okay charges off into the back of them as well, actually. So can't complain. Again over here on this side, Sparta yet to really make any progress. Maybe like a few yards and that's it. But we will see what happens. I'm still waiting for these elephants to go into combat. I'm eagerly awaiting it. Is that the Egyptian general who's just like having a rout like his own teammates? I'm not really sure, but he's attracting a lot of fire. He's down to 43 men already. Yeah, he's certainly attracting a lot of fire. Maybe because they just think, oh, Egypt's got like a decent amount left. He also has the pikes. So they're like, kill Egypt's gen, we kill the pikes. Because morale just tanks and you lose most of your army pretty quickly if you lose your general. But I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they would fight on. Maybe they'd be like, god damn, like X, Y, and Z, I don't know. Whatever you want to name your general. They fought on for a long time for this nation, and now they're dead. I feel like they'd fight harder. Become a martyr, they would. Yeah, it seems like the Parthian swords are holding. Oh, literally, as I said that, they're wavering. So I was like, the Parthian swords, they're holding. They're doing okay. Thoros spears going forward now. Thorax swords are retreating. I wonder whether it's because of Parthia being here that I don't know. I feel like they would have held much easier with the defenders if they just didn't have Parthia. I don't think it's a bad player. I just think it's a bad faction. Here we go. Elephants going in. They're going to take on these Oathsworn here. And in they go, flattening everything in their way. There's not really any archers over here. They're all in the wrong direction. Perfect time to try it. How many kills these elephants on already? I'm kind of interested to see. Already at 60, and this is shooting up quickly. I mean, that Oathsworn unit's, yeah, kill about 100 or so men. It's not going to be killing many more after that. It's going to get stomped on. It's reassuring to see that Athens is a decent amount of reserves. I mean, Athens as well could be sending over infantry, I feel like, to support this fight over here. Like Spartans against those elephants, I think would be a pretty good matchup. But I don't know. And now we got the pikes coming from them. This is a bit of a problem. Elephants are exhausted, by the way. They're 123 kills. Oh, already one was killed. Sad sight. Stay away from the spiky bikes, boys. Oh, another one gone. How many is that dead? Down to 20 out of 24. Oof. Not a good start. I mean, Parthian swords seem like they're routing stuff down here, but they just need to be careful. The pikes obviously do kind of have a straight line through, but they can't really go like anywhere without infantry support because they have no like shield protection. And just, well, Egypt's Sauce's general as well. Sauce's, it's Pharaoh, so that's not a good sign either. Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're very cut off in their communication. I don't know because yeah, very cut off in their communication because Sparta over here is like not doing anything. And yeah, I mean, just neither like doing really anything. Like they could have united up, they could have like attacked at the same spot. I don't know. Hard to say. Elephants are actually out of control. I think that's because of these fires here from the Nubian bowmen. They send them out of control. There's still plenty of them. They look like they're going to kill this thorax, in fact. How many kills will be at? 303. I mean, they paid for themselves already. These elephants. So, I mean, if they get any more kills, that's fine. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, they've done okay. They've done pretty well, actually. More than okay. You're going to see the noble horse general. Why he dismounted, I don't know. But he's dismounted and charging into battle. Okay, it's a brave and silly move, in my opinion. I hope he loses to this noble archer here. Or this far archer. It's not even noble. I mean, even though they're dismounted, it seems like these noble horses are still executing the Parthian foot archers pretty easily. But it's elephants. I mean, it looks like they've... oh, that's huge. They've got those throw spears. They engage the Nubians. And that's saved the elephants from getting shot at anymore. It's always a big plus. Never getting shot at. You can see over here that Sparta sort of has won this choke point just about. And now they're getting charged by a tiny little unit. The Cretans going into combat. Sparta surrounded by enemies but doesn't give a damn. Just gonna carry on fighting. So it's really just down to Sparta to decide who's gonna win this one. I mean, they are the only surviving elite unit, or elite faction left. Perioikoi supporting in this fight is not a bad idea. And the elephants over here just killing off a few of these host spawn. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, I'm going to make a quick... Well, I don't know actually. There's not really need to make a quick cut. There is a fight going on over here. I was going to say if there's no fighting going on, I'll make a cut. But there is, I guess. Sparta over here is fighting Athens. So we'll leave them fighting each other as they fight tooth and nail. We've got the reinforcements. That's what they really need. Those Cretans are nearly like dead. And they can't allow Sparta to like break out of this little box that it's like force itself into. They could really. I mean, they could attack these Thoros over here, these Parthian swords. Or they could flank around if they wanted to. They have the options. They have a few options. I don't think many of the defenders have ammo left anyway. Yeah, these guys are out of ammo. I don't know about the Parthians. Yeah, the Parthians are out of ammo. Easiest way to tell whether the unit's out of ammo, whether it has its bows out. These guys don't. They still have ammo, sorry. So yeah, I mean, they could, in theory, just block off this street here and try and surround other units. Try and kill them. I mean, the thing is, there's also Indian War Elephant just chilling there. We've also got the general, the Royal Cataphracts. So they're going to kill the noble horse cavalry, like horses, and also some archers. Look at this. Sparta is retreating. Sparta's not allowed to retreat though. I'm pretty sure that's one of like the major things in their law. It's like no retreat, no surrender. Sounds also just very much like what they say in 300, but hey, could be both. I did study the Spartans a long, long time ago at high school, but I've forgotten a little bit about what they did. I also kind of remember some stuff. A very interesting society they lived in, that's for sure. Spartans winning this fight though. They're absolutely. I mean, this one's not. The other one is though. So they're crushing them, but then I wouldn't go that far. Sparta here. I mean, Sparta's the ones could be aggressive. They've got to get to that cap point back there, or wipe out all the defenders. The defenders, in theory, could just retreat and just like lure the Spartans up, then hammer and anvil with those cataphracts or with the Indian armored, Indian War Elephant. It's not armored. I keep thinking it's armored. It's just not. They've got picked hoplites as well here. I mean, they've got what else? They've got thorax hoplites. And we got thoros spears. What else have we got? Mercenary veteran hoplites. Some good units being brought. I don't know how the thorax will do really in this fight, but I would have thought they'd probably get out-muscled. They're super heavy, the infantry they're fighting against. No easy task. Yep, there you go. Another one proving it's not an easy task. Getting speared in the chest. Ah, beginning his revenge to his comrade. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, what are they down to now? There's 2 infantry there. There's a general. And there's another, like, spear unit here. So there's only 4 Spartan units, like, spear units left. There's Cretans, which I think have got ammo left. They were quite conservative on using their ammo today, were Sparta. But it doesn't matter. Sparta keeps retreating. I don't know why. Maybe just because he's worried they're going to flank, because they could, I guess. Or maybe just doesn't want to stretch the line. I'm really not. Or maybe he's just scared of the elephants. Could be all of those options. Really, could be every single option there. Scared of the goddamn elephants. Yes, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's not quite over yet, but it is very close. Balance power is, I'd say even. I'd say looking very even. And the elephants going back in. I'll have to see how they do against the spears, though. I mean, obviously, Spartans very well known for being elite spearmen, very effective with that spear of theirs. They already lost a couple of elephants. Oh yeah, they're losing a few elephants actually. So this spear fight not looking so good for them. What they need is second wind because they're exhausted. So they need second wind to re-energize them. And there you go, they just used it as well, so that is huge. So here we go, elephants with second wind. Are they going to go into the back of this general unit? They might do. Well, how many kills are they on now? 590? Well, they're going to get at 600 for sure, maybe 700. Depends. I wouldn't say they get as many as 1,000. I don't think there's 1,000 or like 500 Spartans left for them to kill. I mean, certainly not when they keep losing men. Keep losing elephants, they won't get into 1,000. Keep battering into the back of these guys, trying to get kills here and there. I mean, the archers are probably going to lose and get broken here, but the spears might still hold. Royal Spartans know they're doing okay, but I mean, it's not helping the general here. He's getting rear charged by elephants. I mean, there's 699, 700. They're going to get some more kills, seems. They ain't stopping yet. They ain't slowing down. Certainly helped. I mean, they've probably got, well, like 300 kills since they've been in this combat. I don't know. I didn't really check when they initially arrived in this battle here. But they must have been at like 500 kills. They've got like another 230, 250 on the way. More elephants die, another one gone. Oh, it's just one left. How many kills are they on? 745, not quite 750, but that looks like it's wavering. Oh, and there goes the last one. And there you go. It's now just down to like some Spartans that are just trapped in here. Spartan general retreating. He's got nowhere to retreat though. He's just got burning houses behind him and then Athenians in front of him. He's got nowhere to hide. This is what Sparta wants. They like it when their back's against the wall. They've got to grind out a victory if they need to. Sparta over there, I mean, they just don't need to engage. Do the Athenians. Just stand and wait. Stand and wait. I'm just going to quickly fast forward a little bit because there's not really too much going on. We're just waiting for the Spartan player to die, I think, really, at this moment. Or to win. I don't think he's going to. But he could in theory, I guess. Man's power has actually shifted massively in favor of the defenders now with that support. 4x hoplites. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot here. I mean, they just don't engage here. That's fine. I mean, what have we got in here? Mercenary veteran hoplites. Royal Spartan's still 111. I mean, these guys just don't die. That's the problem. You can hit them with whatever you like. They won't die. What we got here? Parthian swords as well. They're still fighting on. These are like the only guys that are seeing any sort of action. I mean, the picked hoplites, if they're going against the Royal Spartans, I think they're a fairly even match. I don't think... The picked hoplites aren't super heavy, but they're very heavy. So they're a match. That's for sure. I don't know. The Royal Spartans now down below 100. Still winning decisively, apparently. It's nuts. Over here, like I said, just don't engage. Kill their general if you can kill anything, and you'll break the spirit of this army. Seems like there's a bit of a pause in the fighting as well, by this little scrap down here by the Parthians who just refuse to surrender or just give in and stop fighting. But yeah, Athens is kind of being a little bit patient. So he looks like he's... Oh no, this is Parthia. Okay, Athens has gone back in with his veteran hoplites. Parthia though is just sending his cavalry way over to the far side over here. I don't know if to charge these units or what. He does not need to do any of that. It will succeed in doing... Well, it won't succeed, and it will affect nothing. So I'm just going to fast forward again. There's not... Like I said, there's not much going on. We're just waiting for the Spartan general to die. He is losing now. Losing current combat, but he's still confident, you know, fresh. Just like all the things that you just don't want him to be at this point. You want him to be tired, you know, wavering. I mean, combat losing, certainly that's great. There's a few other variables that would be great right now to help him break a little bit quicker, but none there. Need a war cry or something from a general just to pop on him, just to try and break him. But it was a certainly good play by whoever it was. I think it might have been the Athenian general to pop second wind on those elephants. Really saved them. Really came in handy. So yeah, there's Royal Spartan down to 50 odd men now. Just really waiting on that to die. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime soon still, as the Parthians seem like they're going to die first, and they did. The Parthian sword is gone. Parthian general stays in combat. He's also in trouble because, well, Heavy cav sucks in combat, really. That's all I've got to say about that. And here we go. It seems like Sparta making one last push. His infantry actually pushed out of this gate, and they're now trying to make a push over here, but the Thoros Spear is blocking them. They are losing. General here down to 43 men, losing decisively. I guess if the defenders hold on to the cap point, they win. It's kind of how it works. And there you go, a costly victory for the defenders. Sparta did fail, in fact, to break through, but he did make a pretty cool last stand, so that was kind of cool to see. But yeah, so this was sent in by Iceman, who was playing as one of the Arverni players. He was playing as the defending one. He got 170 kills with his Oathsworn General, 187 kills with his Gallic Hunters, 160 with his Celtic Warriors here. The best of his Chosen Swords getting 171. His Oathsworn getting 196. Then we have Scorpion playing as Parthius, 746 kills with his Indian War Elephants. His Parthian Foot Archers getting 162, 165. Yeah, none of his infantry did well. Like the best one getting 192. Then Jedi Revan playing as Athens, 160 kills with his Cretan Archers, 173 with another. Rhodian Slingers getting 139, 132 with the Thorax Hoplites. It's probably the best of the bunch. Thorax Swords getting 166, 207, 203 with the Thoros Spears. Then we have Dieta playing as Egypt, 199 kills as the Ptolemaic Cavalry General, very nice. And then he's got Cretan Archers with 178 kills, 112 with the Galatians, which actually outscored nearly all these Thorax, bar this one they got 148. Then his Galatian Royal Guard getting 221, 270. Thorax Pikes getting not 100, getting below 100, getting 87. Then we have Data Alive playing as the attacking Arverni, getting 153 kills with his Gallic Hunters. Then his Chosen Swords 212, I think the best one there. But his Oathsworn, oh my! I mean, most of them got 200 plus kills, but all of them got over 100 plus kills. The best getting like 361, the worst getting 141. Some really good kills there. That recharging of units was just very effective. And then we have Henry Vader playing as Sparta, 180 kills as Royal Spartan General, and his other Royal Spartans 210 kills. That one's still healthy, 200 there with another 224. But yeah, you can see they actually did pretty well. But I mean, I just don't feel like it just gives you enough oomph when you push, when you try and attack with just all spears. 160 kills with the Periokoi Spears, and his Mercenary Cretan Archers getting 142 kills. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show support. And I'll see you in the next one.